Hi, today we're going to go through the download and installation of your Delavo Simple. You will have received an email with some details in it when you purchased Delavo Simple. If for any reason you didn't get that email or you don't know where it is anymore, what you can do is to log into use-cell.com/2 by using the details that would have been sent to you. I just use this one to log in. And under account you'll find my purchases. And you can see the purchase you've made. In this case it's Delavo Simple. And you would just press go and that will take you to your thank you page. Do make sure on the thank you page that you've entered the installation domain that you're going to be using. You don't need the directory, only the domain name. So yourdomainname.com, for instance. Just log out of that. And once you've done that, you'll be able to download your licensed copy, and I would suggest just saving it on the desktop. Once you've downloaded and saved on the desktop, let me just minimize this. You want to double click it to open up the zip file that you just downloaded. Click on extract all files, and the two files that we need for installation are here. There's also a readme file with links in it to obtain help and so on. And I know many people don't read license files, but you really should read through that. And what we're going to do now that these are extracted is we're going to go to your control panel or cPanel, and we're going to do a couple of things. What I normally do is to create an email account with admin at my domain name, which I've already done, and I also create a forwarder to forward anything that gets sent to admin at my domain forwarded to my Gmail account as well. You do need to log in occasionally to your admin account and keep the emails down, delete the emails basically, because once they're forwarded you should keep a copy of them anyway. Next stage is to load up your file manager. I still use the legacy file manager, and we want to first of all create a directory. Create a new folder, which I'm going to call Delavo Simp. Create. And the next stage is, make sure you're working in the public HTML directory, by the way. The next stage is to upload those two files that I said we need. I'm going to browse to the desktop. Go to the extracted files, upload Delavo CGI, browse again, and Delavo zip, upload, and I'm just going to pause the video as this takes a couple of minutes. Okay, those two files have uploaded now, and we're back again. What we need to do is to click on Delavo CGI and change the permissions on that to 755. Which allows you to run CGI files from your web browser. And once that's done, move on to the domain, which in this case is this one here. /Delavo CGI and run that from your browser. If for any reason you don't see this screen here, it could be one of two things. One is that your host does not allow CGI files to be run from the public HTML directory, in which case you need to contact them and persuade them to let you do that. Or you've not set the permissions correctly to 755. You've got two choices here. If you're downloading an upgrade to your Delavo Simple, you would choose this option here, and then it will ask you for, well, let's just go ahead and I'll show you. It'll ask you for the Delavo directory where your Delavo Simple is installed. And if you want to create a new installation, if you've never installed before on that domain, you would choose this option and click proceed. If you remember, we created a directory called Delavo Simp. We used the admin email at your domain. 9 times out of 10, localhost is going to be the correct thing to have. MySQL database name. What we want to do now is to go back to our cPanel or control panel, and we want to go to MySQL databases, create a new database which I'm going to call dsimp. Go back, create a user which I'm going to just call the same, use the password generator, and I'm going to copy and paste that into a notepad document because we're going to need it in a few minutes. It's good practice to do that actually, and save it with the installation of the files so that you have some future reference. I'm just going to do a couple of blank lines there. That's the password. Use password, create user. Go back. And we're going to add that user to that database. So it's dsimp to dsimp. Add. All privileges. Make changes. And go back. We also need a copy of the database name and username, which in our case is just the same, and we'll copy and paste that into the notepad document also. Go back to our Delavo installation, and we're going to use this database, this username, and the password. And click on install. This just takes a moment or two. Depends on the speed of your server hosting account. Once that's done, it will say installation complete, give you the URL to your Delavo, also give you the admin codes, which is what you entered in the previous screen. Now I'm going to copy and paste that on the next screen. I think we'll remember test. So click on this link here. Providing you've done everything correctly, you will arrive at a screen which will advise you of the installation directory, which is a clickable link, and will open up to let you log in using the authorization, which initially is the admin email that you used, and also the initial password is test. Once you've logged in with that, you can change the password to something more memorable or more secure. It's entirely up to you. I'm using this example of one that I've already created, and I'm going to log in there for you. And when you log in, this won't be here because you've not created any sites or anything. It'll just be a completely blank area for you to start creating sites, making sales, accepting users, affiliates, plans, pages, and follow-up. And we're going to go through that in a little more detail in the next set of videos. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.